I don't know if you know that few buildings from here is one of the most renowned psychiatrist centers in the world. Some send all the loony bins here to see if something can be done. So I thought this was appropriate that you are now doctors and I am the patient. You need to evaluate if I should be committed to a hospital for mental illnesses or not. Because I actually sometimes don't know. I'll go with you. Do I need help? At the end of the presentation, I hope you can ask questions to see if it's a case or not. So let's go to our first session. So I'm laying in the couch here. You are the doctor sitting there calmly thinking, what is this guy telling me about? You know, it's crazy for sure what he's going to say. Let's put things in perspective, okay? In the past, McDonald invented asphalt rubber and gave to Carl Jacobson the patent. And this man had 20, 30 blenders centered in Phoenix. He would dispatch these blenders all across the United States. The price of asphalt rubber at the time was twice the price of normal bitumen. The man was a millionaire. He was selling asphalt rubber like there is no tomorrow. It's a successful business. Everybody wants to get into this business. He does not allow them. He has a patent. Unfortunately, the man likes to gamble. He had some problems, and he made fortunes and burned the fortune, make the fortune, burn the fortune, all thanks to asphalt rubber. Facts. Jorge is here. He can vouch for it. He was there at the time. Sold like hot potatoes, this asphalt rubber. So, patents expired. I liked asphalt rubber. I thought this is great. So I personally made presentations for more than 30,000 people in the world, for sure, minimum number. In China alone was 25,000 over the period of 4 years, okay? Every week I was going there. I introduced in Portugal, Brazil, Spain, Italy, Austria, Germany, Angola, Sudan, China, UK, asphalt rubber. Many of the first tests were done by me, promoting asphalt rubber, which I think is a great product. Well, listen, the price of asphalt rubber sold in all these places was maybe 20% more, 15, 25% more than regular bitumen. This is like a fire that doesn't start. You know, you have tried to put fire to wet wood, it doesn't go. So why? How can this guy, Jacobson, sell something at twice the price? And actually they had no data. At the time, 30 years ago, what do they know about asphalt rubber? We have done more research on asphalt rubber ever since than all put together. He had two graphs that thing was more viscous and was more resilient. That's all he knew. And he could sell that thing at twice the price. Now, 20% more with incredible performance. And this is 20% more by ton of asphalt rubber. By the time we actually apply it, it actually costs less. Unfortunately, you heard a presentation today from the Vice President of the roads in Portugal. Somehow here it still costs more. I don't understand. I told them we need to look at this data here again because something is not. Angel reported it costs 30% less. So anyway, I need help. Something is missing here. Really? Don't you think something is missing? Okay. There have been challenges, I can tell you, for over a few, just to remind Sudan. The competition, we made a fantastic road. Actually, the only road that survived some rains. Perfect road after rains. Next day, they burned the equipment of asphalt rubber. Yeah, very, very interesting way of eliminating the competition. You know, it's why you bother fighting on specs? Why do you fighting on lobby? You know, just eliminate it. And you know, there has been, for instance, in Germany, Professor Dam, which invented wheel track. One time we're doing asphalt rubber there, and because he's a big professor in Germany, and we just Portuguese, these guys, low lives that, you know, just enjoy the sunset, says, no, you should put 8.5%. He says, no, you should put 6.5%. And I say, okay, it's going to crack in 2 years. 2 years later, it cracks. Oh, my God, this thing is no good. All right, so, you know. And now, actually, in California, now they have an interesting thing, you know. Oh, asphalt rubber is good. How about if we do it with less rubber? Isn't that better? The world is going insane, or me. You know, you decide. You decide. So there's been some progresses. You know, in a road in Angola, in the airport, we did asphalt rubber on it. I don't know, what, in '69, in '99, it's still there. Interestingly, one lady that used to work for Caltrans moved to Colombia, and right now, my God, they pushing it. She is tenacious, you know. Just she annoyed the brains of everybody, and it's going. But still, it's not going. You understand? It's just something is happening. And I don't want to even show you the data, but you need to know a little detail here in Portugal. You see this asphalt rubber road, this asphalt thing here, done by the feds in US, okay? This is the federal highway. They have money coming out of their ears for roads, okay? Guess whose blender had to go there on loan for free to make this thing? A Portuguese blender. We had to send it from California to there. Please, let us do a little asphalt rubber, and then went back to Portugal. So even the feds that have 500 million blenders to get from any place in Arizona or California, you know, they didn't really want to commit on this. They had to use a blender that was passing by that. So, and that's just another example. This one is less known. On a road in China, okay? They had a road that we put 4 + 6 + 6, you know, it's just like ocean of CO2 being wasted, okay? And that thing cracked faster than 5 centimeters and 4 centimeters of AC. It was equally good as 5 centimeters of asphalt rubber. You know, if I am the road owner and I actually care about money and I want to save money, I look at this data, what do? I spend more CO2. Clear, my brain is not working here. I need to be committed. Please help me, you know. I'm clearly looking at the wrong thing here. They choose the one that spends more. So, we all know this. This is a graph from Jorge's presentation later. Everything is good about asphalt rubber. Everything is good. There's nothing bad about it. Not one thing you can point that is, oh, not so good for this condition in road. It's good in any road, in any condition, in any layer. Now, I need you guys to help me here. I'm going crazy. How is it possible that in 30 years ago, George, help me out, 35 years ago, Jacobson, with no data, no CO2 problems, not even. Nobody cared about burning tires. Nobody even cared about environment. It was more expensive, and he could sell. Any takers? Anybody can jump in anytime, because I'm going crazy with this thought. Now, maybe, just maybe, okay? I'm not putting fingers on anybody. Maybe there are two reasons, of two kinds. He could sell it for political reasons. Maybe asphalt rubber and escort services at the same time. Maybe golf together with asphalt rubber. I don't know. Maybe he was doing something that we are not doing today because it doesn't go. It doesn't move. We cannot put asphalt rubber in due quantities, and it's cheaper. He must have been a fantastic salesman. Now, Another reason, okay, I'm just being naive here, but it's possible, I'm open to everything at this stage. Contractors don't like blenders, because obviously he had the blenders, he had 30 somewhat blenders, he was blending it for free, well, not for free, they paid to you blend it, don't worry about it, I'll blend for you, give me the money, and that's done. Okay, you don't like blenders. So now they have to buy the blenders and blend, so maybe they are not liking this. I don't know, I need help here, So, session number 2. You have not been much help here. You just sit there quietly, not saying anything, like all psychiatrists. So that, it's all right. All right, so we have, by 30 years, we all know that silica and elastomers and elastomeric materials and carbon black, they're all good in roads. Well, we know that putting them dry doesn't work because all the bitumen gets sucked into the rubber and ravels. The wet method is that method that made millions and millions to Carl, that was selling like hot potatoes. And now, contractors apparently don't like because it's cheap, and maybe they can't afford escort services that go with it. And now we have terminal blend, which is pretty much destroying rubber for no good reason. Well, that was the past. We actually, to do something with the rubber, you had to use a blender. Now, we involved and trying to solve this problem that, we can't offer escort services to everybody that wants a road, so we have to go plan B, which is to make life easier for all the contractors. Poor guys cannot blend. So, all right, I solved that problem. I pre-cook the rubber for you. You don't have to do anything. Just put it in the pug mill. So, pretty much it's the same thing. Nothing new. Nothing new. Just rubber, bitumen, and some fillers. Done. It looks like this. Rubber, a little different, just a little more gray. And this is not different than evolution. So before we had the people, and they still do. You go to Ethiopia and there's a lady like this that you ask you want coffee, they roast the coffee, they blend the coffee, they prepare the coffee. It takes 1 hour to fool around with the coffee before at the end of the meal they give you the coffee. Now we have instant coffee here, so that's the same thing. Now you do have actually instant asphalt rubber. So I solved the problem of the contractors. We just put it in the pug mill. Done. Asphalt rubber, instant coffee. So the future is, because the contractors don't like it, okay, we take it away from them. Don't worry about this one. Just put it directly on pug mill like a filler. Now, yet I found some resistance. Oh, this is a filler? This is a rubber filler? Hold up. These guys put cement, dust, powder, anything, and when it's rubber filler, oh, this is rubber filler. Well, is this good? My God, what else can you do? It's just like something. Okay, I am going to go directly there to another consultancy in the psychiatry ward, okay? These mixes just happen to have the lowest rutting resistance in the planet. I'm not going to steal the thunder from Technovia and LNEC that did tests of what you're going to see here. But lowest rutting deformation ever. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, short of this, you have to go concrete. And more fatigue life than ever, ever, ever. Short of it, you just have to literally build a rubber road with inner tube. All right, fine. Make an inner tube roll, put it on the roll, and that has more fatigue life. I grant you that. But short of that, I don't know. And still, they spend $60 million in Sharp, plus, what, $10 million in other research related to pavements. The tests developed for evaluating the normal pavements, we just put these materials there and we get the results. So I know we don't have 30 years again to prove, make one row, watch for 30 years, and get to the conclusion it's better. But we have to rely on $70 million spent in making tests that are performance-related tests. So, psychiatry session number 3. Sorry, some of you not going to like this one, but you brought it upon yourself, so just think about this. Okay, now this is fantastic, and listen, I'm honestly saying that the 3 sponsors of this event are the best in the planet at what they do. The others are not not even care about inviting them because they're not doing anything any good. So these 3 are doing good. Actually, some of the rubber that they recycle goes into pavements. And I recognize that they do some effort to make more rubber going into pavements. But still, even them, they're not as good as Carl at making crumb rubber going to pavement. So here we are. Today, this is today. You 1.3 euros, you buy a tire, you pay extra 1.3 euros, and big picture, okay? There are many details here. You don't chew me on the details. Basically, what you're doing is subsidizing the cement kilns. And, guys, please burn this for us, please, here. And I still give you money. Here, burn and give you money. Please, thank you so much because you destroyed an excellent product, okay? It's like burning mahogany, okay? And you still beg them, continue doing this, okay? All right, so don't chew me up. The numbers may be a little wrong here, okay, but not too far. I made some rough computations. If you only charge 2 euros, who cares? You buy a tire for 200 euros, okay? And you put 202 or 201.50. Do anybody care? No. If you charge 2 euros, then, you have free crumb rubber for all pavements. Now, with free crumb rubber for all pavements, the asphalt rubber pavement would not even, if anybody accepts, this may be a little more expensive, they should be tortured. I don't know what's the right, it's not possible. When you get free crumb rubber for pavements, you have fantastic pavements, totally green, totally environment. And this is not fair. We are subsidizing this paving industry. Really? You are already subsidizing the cement kiln guys. So, one or another. And this one actually is better for the environment. Because, all right, let's see. Okay, right now it's good, meaning for sure it's better to burn the tires than bury the tires. We're good. We're getting, for each 1.3 euros, you pretty much get about 13,000 BTUs back in energy. Not bad. Now, if you charge 2 euros, we get back about 200,000. Are we discussing little numbers? No. Okay, clear, guys. I'm not seeing the big picture because something is happening and that this is not happening. So I am not illuminated. I'm sure someone else did this before, did this analysis, but did not go. So he now spend 1.3 euros recycle fee per tire. No CO2 saved. Because nothing happened. Just burn, gone in, go burn. If you didn't burn this one, you burned the other one. You still have some cadmium there, but good filters take care of that. I'm going that way. You spend another 50 cents. And all of a sudden you are saving 146 tons per lane mile. Can someone quickly pass this carbon tax so that we start getting these people moving the right direction? Without carbon tax, everybody going to sitting there, oh yeah, very good, interesting. All right, so I know this is difficult, political difficulty. We cannot put 1.5 euros, you're going to put 2 euros. Oh my God, the world's going to collapse on us. We can't do this. All right, fine. Don't take the decision. Go to the consumer, in the little sheet in the thing. Okay, my friend, you want to pay 1.5 euros and you have your tire burned? or you want to put 2 euros in better roads, better education. Which one you want? Let the people decide. Little tick mark. Charge me 1.5, tick. Charge me 2, and I have better roads. But when they charge 2 euros, you better make sure that that tire or that bound comes out on the other end as free from rubber. All right, sorry, this is bad. I have to go down there. Last one, okay? This one for me is a little technical. Not all of you probably going to grasp the dimension of it. No, there's another one here. Interesting story. I had forgotten about this one. So I went to Jakarta and tried to do the right way. Fantastic, really. When there's a will, there's a way. So this is Jakarta. They have a problem with cracks on the road. The roads last 3 years, they are going nuts what to do about this. And somehow I end up there doing asphalt rubber with reacted rubber, the one that doesn't need blenders, because poor contractors let them not worry about anything. And we end up making a design of the road. Interesting design. They do the Marshall design, they correct. I send information back to Professor Henrique someplace here, and he has some magic voodoo software, and we adjust back and forth, okay, we're going to do 9.25 with this, okay? And we make a road. By the way, this is a very sophisticated place, this Jakarta operation, okay? It's very difficult to do these mixed designs, okay? It's very high research center. This is the oven. Now, these guys are doing Marshall mix designs, and this is the oven. And the road actually turned out to be fantastic, very nice, very good. 9.25 done over an oven like this, okay? I don't show you the rest, so, but, okay, so fine, we do Sammy, do this. Oh, there is something, I don't know. Anyway, this is a drone showing this stuff. It's a road like all the other roads. Next, don't want to. Okay, next. And the road, and by the way, the road is all end up covered with asphalt rubber. It's beautiful. And something interesting happens is that the people that drove on the other roads, they keep coming back. Oh, what is this? Get out, come back. Come out, come back. Because they never saw such smooth, quiet road. You know, I should make them count the traffic because it's going to have 3 times more traffic than should have, okay? But it went to the news, what is this, blah, blah. Good road, okay? Now, interestingly enough, Professor Camille happened to be there for the IRF event organized by our friend Esteban. And, you know, it's okay, this is interesting, you know, good, I like this. I have a few PhD students, master students that have some work to do. Well, send me the gradation. How is my materials? Bitumen, more or less the same reacted rubber. Now, that is a very, very good state-of-the-art laboratory, okay? Send the gradation, gyratory compaction, the one that is the product of $60 million of research going into it. They do the whole thing, ta-da! They got to the same asphalt content by themselves, okay? They have never been related to anything, so they got the same conclusion. Why they spent $60 million to get the same conclusion and the other guys with the oven like that got, okay? But, or the iMix. And they continue. They concluded that that mix not going to rot according to the US standards. They not crack, they crack much less than even the Swedish tests that were done, I don't know by whom, but they did much better. So, interesting, huh? Some guys in the middle of nowhere developed the same mix design as the state of the art. What does it mean? For me, it means it's a robust design. You know, It's not flimsy. It doesn't go this way is stable. It's the core essence of that mix is good, plus or minus little variations. Last one. So this is a little bit tricky, for not everybody understands this one, but I'll try to explain this percent recovery. A new test spent by this, again, $60 million research, where we twist the mix, twist the binder and recover. Twist, recover, twist. So perfect elastic is when it recovers 100%. Bad is when it doesn't recover. All right? So without rubber, it doesn't recover, right? It's viscous. With rubber, reacted rubber, it recovers 93 to 95%. Okay? Listen, I look at this data and I say, wow, what I want in my pavement? Which one? Somehow people still come with zero, okay? So clear, guys, I have to go to the Lunibund, because any normal person, well, sorry, not anymore. I think that it's undisputable that you want a pavement that is flexible, called flexible pavement. Flexible does mean flex, 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 and crack. Means flex, flex, flex forever, and doesn't crack. Rubber flex, 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 and doesn't crack. So now we have a technology that put a lot of rubber in pavements, making elastic binders. So maybe, I don't know. Zero is good. We have been done zero for all our lives. Why should we change now? So, many of these are done to prove that this is not just some crazy stuff. It works. The pavements are there the way they should be. It doesn't mean that they're all perfect, because some people just don't understand the meaning of the words must compact immediately, and they compact 3 hours later, but that's another story. So, what is the future of asphalt rubber pavements? Well, clearly I need help. I'm clearly delusional here. So, call the guys on white suits. I have this vision that all pavements in the future will have reacting activated rubber. But again, you are thinking he clearly needs help. Where are the guys coming with white suits? I'm done. All right, questions. If you don't ask questions, I guarantee you I'll ask some key people here some very tough questions. So you better ask the questions, otherwise I will. Ask questions going 3 times. Ask questions going 2. Ask questions going 1. No takers? All right, here it goes. Corbetta was the man that put in my brain that he tried to even think about having a tipping fee for which chrome rubber would cost 0. He talked with me this at lunch, at one dinner. Brilliant idea, I thought. And he said, why didn't you implement it? Nobody wanted. So, you are from Italy. Tell me why you think nobody wants it. Danielle, the micro for Danielle. And you are just at the beginning. All of you, don't ask questions. You are in trouble, okay? Here, I have.
Right here. Wait, no, you have 2 of them right here.
Hello.
It's working.
So, funny presentation, great show, I must say. Well, Jorge, do you really believe that if rubber was for free, instead of being at, 100 euros per ton, everybody would use it? Seriously. Because I believe that there are many other constraints, like the more bitumen that is necessary. And so I agree with you that in a way we could help, but I believe that something that is for free has no value.
Very good point. I was expecting you to say that. And it's okay, because what I want to bring to your attention is that I actually agree with him. Though I presented this concept of free chrome rubber, it still would not make any difference. Because we already have cheaper rubber pavements. You do understand that. Even at 10 euros a ton, it's already cheaper. Yeah. So I'm just wondering how much cheaper it must be, or what to do, really. You understand, this is the key point. Okay, you saw today the vice president of the Portuguese road network thinks, well, we're only going to do it in 3 roads with high traffic. You know, out of the respect, because I invited him and said there would be no questions, I didn't go further. But it's clearly something is missing here. Okay, we can go talk with him and say, at what price you want this rubber to be, so you actually put it there. So this is the dialogue we have to have, because clearly Jacob was selling it 2 times. Here we are barely making anything and nobody wants it. So thanks for your participation. Anybody from the road authority here? Anybody? Anybody? Where are they? Where are they? They ran away. No. Okay. Torsten, please. I know you are a little out of it. You already went through all these fights before, trying to promote in Sweden. Can you, behind you.
Sorry.
Can you help us here and make this the light? You already went through the road. I understand that in Sweden, you only actually need tremendously good rock, because your major problem is the studded tires. But, you know what I'm trying to say, so help us out here.
Yeah, as you know, we have tried a lot of asphalt rubber in Sweden, and we have, if the main issue is wear from studded tires, we have no benefit to add the rubber to the pavement, right. Because in the beginning we think we get additional lifetime also against wear from studded tires, but the real life, when we follow up pavements, we don't see it. But in the test...
Continue. Should work.
Yeah. But testing in the laboratory indicated that it will increase the lifetime even for studded tires. But the real life didn't do it. It happened something. And it's the same with polymer modified binder, also for wearing causes, if the problem is wear from studded tires. Are you looking at rutting, good durability and different things? It's a complete different story. And you can have good benefits of the adding of rubber into the pavement. And I have been in the business almost 50 years, and I made a lot of rubber modified pavements in the middle of 70s, and they lost 25 to 30 years. So I really believe rubber in the pavement can have a good benefit, especially if you don't have studded tires.
Okay, Angelo, what are friends for? Listen, you are the owner of one big network of road. You know this is good. Okay. I have to speak English because then it will be translated.
A pergunta é a seguinte: você está eliminando na produção do asfalto borracha, você está eliminando aquela máquina grandona lá da desenvolvida lá nos Estados Unidos. E a pergunta é o seguinte: que modificações você está fazendo na usina, que você precisa fazer na usina para colocar um novo produto, tá? Tanto na Dramix quanto na Bad Plant, né? Quais são as modificações que você precisa fazer para que a gente consiga trabalhar com um novo produto, com Hagex?
None.
Você não tem que botar nenhum equipamento na nova usina? Você mistura o material aonde?
Pugmill.
Pugmill direto?
Direto.
Fica mais barato ainda, então fica mais fácil.
Exactly. So,
o tempo de mistura dentro do Pugmill aumenta? Ou...
No, about the same. About the same. So, who do I want to torture more? Time up? More time?
Can I
I just throw out one idea?
Sure, yes.
Have you thought about going to the extreme where you make it very expensive instead of free? And this way, your producer, your contractor, your designer, your consultant making tons of money. That might work better for the human
I have been
psychology,
considering,
right?
thinking about this. Really, this.
Premium material, it has to be, sought for. It has to be, gone after. And
Right.
maybe this is what the thinking process should be. Not free and cheap. It should be very expensive to pay everybody else. Just a thought.
Thank you for just using that word. It was perfect. Gentlemen, we have an interesting product, we have an interesting future, we have an interesting road. We need to move out of this rut. It's like trying to get fire to wet wood. It's not mowing anybody. You spin, and another doesn't catch fire. So I don't know what to do. Let's start, put rubber and escort services together, and this will sell.